can't throw my burgers in a skillet till my skillet gets hot enough. I was watching a little bit of Fear Thy Neighbor. I like that show. I know they don't play it no more, but I still like watching some of the reruns because it had 8 seasons, and sometimes I'll catch one that I didn't see. She's good. She's laying over in her bed asleep right now. Let me throw my burgers on a skillet real quick. Find me a spatula here that I can use. Get out my Danos. I like putting my Danos on my burgers. Well, my skillet wasn't still quite hot enough yet. They didn't sizzle when I put them on the skillet. But yeah, she's over laying in her bed. She brought one of her toys up to me on the couch, but I was busy folding clothes, so I guess she got mad and went to lay down here. Here's your toy. Yeah, you put it on Mama's couch. Yeah, you yawning. She's probably like, leave me alone. I'm trying to sleep. I'm doing laundry. And Peanut's over there asleep on her electric blanket. Now I hear them sizzling. If it was still busy, I'd be out dashing now, but it's Sunday night. Things close early on Sundays. So I'll just wait and do some more tomorrow morning. Hey, Betty. It's cold here. It's always cold here. We get 6 months of winter. We've had a bad fog for about a week. Oh, I just got a weather alert right now. Yep, same thing. Dense fog advisory. It's been like that for a week. Let's see how bad it says it's going to be tonight. It's in effect until 9 a.m. Visibility is down to 1/4 of a mile. And we're going to have, and of course, since it's always below zero here in the wintertime, it says be cautious driving on the roads. As of most people know, a fog causes moisture, and then that moisture on the ground freezes over. So yeah, they're saying we got a fog until 9 a.m. and that it will freeze over. Yeah, we've had it for about a week, boss lady. Oh, Erica sent me something. What she sent me? Oh. I'm doing good, Pamela. How are you? Yeah, but I won't be driving tonight. I won't be driving until tomorrow morning when I get up to Dash. Hey, Les. I got to get up and Dash tomorrow morning. That's why I'm doing all of my laundry tonight. I usually do it Monday mornings before I go to work. But we had a big mishap in our building today. I don't know. People talk. I was here, but either somebody got stabbed or somebody stabbed themselves. I don't know. I don't get into people's business. I hear little things, and then I'm kind of like, okay, gotta go. Bye. I'm making my dinner right now, Tay Tay. I'm making cheeseburger. I drive far. I live in a small rural town. I gotta drive outside of town usually. Most people, I don't really care about it too much. Less, I mean, like, no, I don't want to see nobody, be unalived or nothing. But I'm a straightforward speaker too. Not everybody likes what I say. The apartment building that the apartment, this is the building, but the apartment that it happened in, they're all drug addicts. They were probably out of their minds today. I don't feel sorry for people like that at all. You live that kind of life, that's the kind of things that can happen. How can I say that kind of stuff about people? Because I used to be an addict. And if anything ever bad happened to me when I was younger, I put myself in that position. So that's why I didn't really care too much about what happened. I mean, I know little details of what I was told, but what do I know what's true and untrue? I don't know. I heard a little bit of it going on today, but it was causing me a headache, like the arguing at first, like the arguing and the fighting. But it was causing me a headache, so I ran over to the pharmacy to get me some aspirin. And then when I got back, that's when like about 5 or 6 cop cars and an ambulance was outside. And then I just heard stuff from the neighbors. I don't care if anybody agrees with me or not. If you choose to live that kind of lifestyle, there are bad things that could happen. That's a known fact. It's not me talking about anybody. I'm going to check on my burgers. They're sizzling. just making me two cheeseburgers. I'm still on the keto diet, so I can't like have a whole lot of other stuff. On the keto diet, it's just mostly meat and eggs. Hey, all good. Peanuts asleep. She's over there laying on her electric blanket. Right now, she's watching me eat a piece of cheese. Want to bite cheese? Come on. Come on. Here. Here. Cheese. Yeah, Linda, I lost 60 pounds on it. So far. That's it. That's it. I gave you a bite of cheese. Yeah, that's it. It's not no fake crap. I know some people say that cheese ain't good for dogs, especially the processed stuff and everything you get at the store. I get 100% cheddar. It's not processed. It's not fake cheese. Say it's real cheddar. Yeah. I don't know, Linda. Maybe anywhere from 5 to 7 months. Because I have cheat days. Took me about 5, 7 months. I lost 60 pounds. I don't know. I can't go nowhere all good. I'm getting ready to have my surgery. Yep. Well, like I said, I have my cheat days. About once every 2, 3 weeks, I'll just go have whatever I want, a meal. Thank you, Linda. And I did have a vibration plate. I gave it to somebody or something that had a lot of medical problems that needed it more than me. Older person. But I am working on saving money to buy me another vibration plate because my doctor told me that that'll be good for me while I'm recovering from my surgery. So yeah, I'm going to be buying me another vibration plate before I get my surgery. Yep. You don't have to, boss lady, but I like to. You can do research on it. Vibration plates are good for your body. It helps out with a lot of stuff. Leona, it does in the beginning on the keto diet. Even my doctor told me when I started it that the keto diet is one of the hardest diets to start, that not many people can stick with it. Your first 2 months, you feel like you're actually going through the flu. Like you actually have like the flu or pneumonia because your body is detoxing all of the carbs out. A lot of people are like, forget this crap. I'm done with it. Yeah, that's what I had, but I stuck with it. After like my third month, I started getting more energy than I ever had in my life. I felt like I was 20 again. I'm doing good, Becky. How are you? Let me flip my burgers. they're not ready to flip yet. They're still a little tan on the one side of it. Yeah, it's called the keto flu, boss lady. Yeah, I can't wait till they get done, Diane. I love me some cheeseburgers. And my favorite to go with it is fried potatoes, but I can't have no potatoes. Like, see, I'll show y'all. How bad is the keto flu? The keto flu is a collection of often unpleasant flu-like symptoms. Headache, fatigue, brain fog, irritability, nausea to your stomach, sometimes severe muscle cramps that can hit when starting a ketogenic diet as your body switches to burning fat for fuel, typically peaking in the first few days and resolving within a couple of months. Every person's different. Though severity varies, and it's usually manageable by staying hydrated, boosting electrolytes, and then you got to take all your vitamins like sodium, potassium, magnesium. So, yeah, eating a lot of fiber. Linda, my surgery is next month. Didn't make me feel bad, Leona. You was watching me when I was dropping that weight. I felt great. I had plenty of energy. But that was after I had gotten through my first couple of months. My nose is itching. I can feel Peanut's hair flying around. No, I didn't lose weight for surgery. I've always been kind of small, and when I started getting this medical condition, that's when I started gaining weight with all the different treatments they were trying me on, all the medications, living in my car. I got up to almost 200 pounds. That's what made me decide to go on a diet. I like to be healthy. I don't like to be overweight and obese because in the summertime, I'm very active. I like to go hiking. I like to go rock climbing. There's lots of stuff I like to do. When you're obese and out of breath, you can't really do all that stuff. Give me a minute, y'all. I'll check on my burgers again. And also, diabetes runs in my family. I don't have it, but it runs in my family. So yes, I like to always be in a healthy weight. All right. Put my cheese on here, and then they will be done. I'll be in there in just a second, y'all. I'll be able to see y'all's comments. The good comments and the bad comments. I read them all. Oh, all right. I need my pickles and mayonnaise. That's what I like on my burger. Even before even before the keto diet, that's what I like on my burgers, is pickles and mayonnaise. They're almost done. Maybe about 5 more seconds, 10 more seconds maybe. Whoops. I get all my pickles. And yes, I love pickles too. I could eat a whole jar of pickles at one time. All right, they done. All right. Get my mayonnaise. And I know some of you don't like to watch people eat on a live, so I'm getting ready to eat these burgers whenever I come in there. If you don't like it, don't watch. You can scroll on out. I do eat with my mouth closed, but if it bothers you, then scroll on out, because this is all I've had to eat today. Hey, Deborah. Yeah, I've been working a lot, Deborah. Hey, Angie. Yeah, Justin, it runs in my family, so that's why I always like to try to stay at a healthy weight. And I know some of y'all are probably going to be like, ew, is that how you eat your burgers? Well, some of you that's never heard of the keto diet, no bread. You can't have any bread. So, yes, I just eat my burger and my pickles. I got up to 190, and that's when I decided to go on a diet. Mama's going to give you a bite. I know that, Missy, but why don't you do your research? My doctor even tells me also, if it runs in your family, weights can make it a higher statistic. You can get it more if by your weight. She's always told me to try to stay at a healthy weight. Just like whenever my mom came up with diabetes, my mom was obese, and the doctor told her to try to lose some weight. Well, let me tell you something, Missy. Y'all's degrees, doctors, nurses, and all that stuff, that doesn't mean y'all know everything. According to all the doctors that I have spoken to in the past 3 years, the first time I ever walked into the ER room with my condition, I should have been dead. And I still should have been dead by now from not getting my surgery and keep putting it off. So apparently them people with degrees don't know everything they're talking about. I'm not saying I should have risked it. I'm not saying that I should have waited as long as I did. But I'm just saying that shows that they don't know everything. Yeah, Justin, but whenever you got diabetes, didn't your doctor try to tell you to work on your weight? To lose some weight? I never said people only get diabetes who are overweight. But weight can make it worse. I think, hang on. Because I used to love his music. Hang on. Did Luther Vandross die of diabetes? Yes. And if any of you all in here are old enough to know about Luther Vandross, he struggled with weight too because he loved to eat. If you all watched him over the years like I did, because I loved his music, sometimes he'd be really skinny and healthy. Sometimes he'd be huge, like big. He'd drop back down to skinny again. Got back up to being really big and huge again. When he finally died of diabetes is when he was very large. He always used to talk about how healthy he felt when he was really small. Not like sickly small, but like a healthy small. Now, I know everybody is different, Justin. But during your diabetes, have you felt better when you were smaller? Or is it about the same? Like with the diabetes that you have, Justin, because I know there's different ones, like your type 1, type 2. Do you feel any better? Or seem to do better when you're smaller? Or is it about the same no matter what size you are? I don't talk with my mouth full. I mean, I do, but I don't let people look. I was only asking you because I've heard some people tell me that are diabetics that some people have told me when they lose weight, they do better and seem to feel better. And then I've had other people tell me that they don't feel no different, that it's the same. Yeah, but I only liked him, Angie. Now, I'm not saying I care if, like, you know, they died. I mean, obviously that's sad. But I only liked him. I loved his music. Just like some of the comedians, um like Cedric the Entertainer and Bernie Mac, when Bernie Mac was alive. They all used to say on stage that, and they'd make a joke out of it, they would always say they thought that Luther's music was best when he was big. Because they always used to be like, I liked Big Luther, not Little Luther. And I was like, well, I don't know. Here, you dropped it. I'm doing good. Just been working. That's all I do is work. Look, I've done sat here and ate almost a half a jar of pickles. Work is good. I didn't get to make that much money dashing today because I got busy with some stuff that happened around my apartment building. And then by the time I did good this morning, but then I had to stop for something that was going on around here. And then when I logged back in, it wasn't nothing else no more. Yeah, Justin, I could eat a whole jar of pickles at one time. I gave you one bite. That's all you're getting. No more. She can't have any of these burgers. I gave her one bite. But I gave her like off of the edge. Because I used my Dano seasoning. And I have to read it. But I'm pretty sure. I think that the Dano seasoning has onion powder in it. So... And onion powder is toxic for dogs, so that's why she can't have none of these burgers. Like I said, I gave her a bite, like off of the edge, like the kind that gets like crispy. She's sitting here waiting for a bite, but she's not getting one. Justin, what I like to do with the pickle juice after I get done eating it, like when I got the money, I love buying those huge, big jars of pickles with the big whole pickles in them, the sour ones. And when I'm done eating it, I go out and I buy, I mean, it's the same thing, but not the same thing. Whenever I'm done with the pickles, and I got all the pickle juice left, I go to the store, I buy a bunch of cucumbers, and I cut them up, it doesn't matter if they're slices, chunks, or whatever, they're all different sizes. I'll throw them back in the pickle juice. Because, yes, even though technically pickles are cucumbers, to me it's different when you do it that way. When you cut up a bunch of cucumbers and throw it in a jar of pickle juice and let it set for 24 hours, yeah, you got like the sour taste of the pickle, but you can also still taste the actual cucumber flavor. I love that crap. The longer you set them in the pickle juice, the better it is, but I'll let mine set at least for 24 hours. Well, it just depends on what y'all like. Yes, of course, I like regular pickles, but like I said, I also love the like pickle juice flavor in the cucumbers, but when you bite into one, like you pull it out of your jar, you still also have the cucumber flavor. It's like you're tasting both at the same time. I don't know, Justin. I don't know who your mom is. Hey, Gabby. Oh. No, I haven't seen her in here tonight. Or if she's in here, she hasn't said hello. But you never know. Maybe I'll get lucky. Like I said, cancer and diabetes runs really bad in my whole entire family. But since I'm having this issue that I'm having with the tumors and the hemorrhaging and all that stuff, maybe I'll get lucky and I won't never get cancer or diabetes. Justin. Ain't nothing special about me. That's what I told your mom. I get on here and chat with people that ain't got nothing to do, that just wants to chat. But I'm not real exciting. You've watched me for a while. I'm not real exciting. I'm an introvert that likes to stay to myself, go to work, and then come home and sit home with my baby. Yeah, I know, Justin. She told me she's been sick. Me and her talk on Facebook. I think the only reason why a lot of people like to watch me, well, I'm not talking about the trolls. The trolls like to watch me go through shit. That's what they like. That's what they live for. They think I'm suffering, but I'm not. But a lot of people have told me the reason why they like to watch me is because I never give up. No matter what I go through, I never give up. And a lot of the other women in here, and your mom, which is I don't do it as bad anymore. Depends on if you get me worked up. Depends on if I've had a bad day or not. If I've had a really bad, shitty day. They also say that they used to like watching me because of my sass. They said they like it when I lay into the trolls, and I don't give a shit if I get banned or not. I just wait till my ban gets lifted and I'll come back live again. But of course the trolls, they'll laugh because they think just because I lay into them, they're like, ha ha, we got to her. We got on her nerves. I'm like, nah, bitch. You didn't get to me as in the way you think you did. I'm going off on you because I don't tolerate that trolling ass bullshit. You ain't gonna bully me. You ain't gonna make me get on here and fucking cry and then end my live and go into my room and cry and shit and be like, oh, boo, it's me. They was picking on me. No, fuck that shit, bitch. I can pick right back. Apparently, I'm a better troll than they are. Or I must be really, really good at hurting people's feelings. Because it's funny, they'll try to come in here and troll me. But when usually I'll ignore it. But when I'm in a mood to let them have it, it don't take long and they start reporting me and ban me. I'm like, oh, now whose feelings got hurt? But that don't stop me either because, ooh-wee, what, they get me banned on TikTok for 24 hours? This last time was 5 minutes to 10 minutes tops. That's because I screen record all of my lives. I start having trolls coming in here and doing that. I send them screenshots of it. And you can also send them a video if it's not too long. Like you can crop your video, just the part that you want them to see. Excuse me, of all of the comments. They reinstated me within the 5-10 minutes. But no. If I do happen to get banned for a few days or a week, I go live on Facebook. I can go live on Clapper. They're not hurting me none. You know how many apps are out there where you can go live on? Tons. And I've got them all on my phone just for backups. I don't ever really go on the sites. Clapper, I like Clapper because they got some good videos just like TikTok. But all of the other ones, I don't really go on their sites. I just only keep them for a backup in case I do get banned. Well, Justin, I'm not making fun of people that are, let me swallow. Sometimes people get me wrong the way that I talk just because I am a blunt speaker. That's just the only name I can think of is weak, the weaker people. It doesn't mean I'm talking about them, like as in making fun of them or anything. But that's the only word I can think of. There are people out there that are not very strong-willed and strong-minded people. You can just call them one name and they'll go to shit. They're like, oh my God, they'll let that shit go on for months. They'll let that hurt them so damn much and bother them. Like later on, they'll be like, I can't believe that person called me that. Who the fuck cares? I don't understand. I guess maybe because I am so strong-willed, I don't understand how people could let shit like that get to them. I'm like, for one, when you're on the internet, we don't know each other in person. We just talk over a damn screen. And I don't understand. That's why I said I'm not making fun of people like that. I just don't understand it. I'm like, you don't know each other in person. I'm like, if you do have a job, I'm like, you go to work every day. You pay your bills. I'm sure you have friends. Not everybody has friends, but I'm sure you got friends somewhere. I'm like, so why the fuck are you going to let what some damn troll, someone you don't even know say about you online going to get to you? I tell people all the time that. I'm like, why do you let it bother you? Hey, Lish. People that come in here and say shit about me, they sure in the hell don't pay my damn bills. I'm not their friend. I don't fucking hang out with them. So why the hell do I care what they think about me or what they got to say about me? Yeah, Jennifer, you can say whatever kind of joke you want. As long as it ain't got no cuss words in it or nothing sexual, because I don't need TikTok banning me. Unless you know how to say some of those words like that, like as in like how some people say tree for weed. If it's like a dirty word, if you can think of a different word to say, then that's fine. It's all gone, baby. Hurry up and type out your joke. I gotta open my door and see if my laundry's still going. No. Hurry up and type out your joke because I gotta go check on my laundry just real quick. Well, I don't have to check on it. I just gotta pull it out of the dryer. And then I'll come in here and fold it up. I don't know. Let me keep on reading. Yeah, that's funny, Jennifer. Excuse me, I'm gonna bend my head over this way because I got a piece of pickle stuck in my tooth. I'll brush my teeth later. I went to the bathroom and grabbed this for now because this is a lot faster than making y'all wait while I brush my teeth. I don't always brush my teeth later. Hey, Kendra. Justin, right now it is, let me see. It's 21 degrees right now. Let me go pull my clothes out of the dryer real quick. Told you I wasn't going to be gone long, Peanut. And these ain't even my regular clothes. These are all just all of my work clothes for next week. Oh, and Peanut's little pajamas. I love it, Kendra. I've had it for over a year, and I still love it. Another girl that follows me bought one, and she's got kids. And her kids roll around on it, or kind of wild on it. She said hers is still the same, and she still loves it. Peanut's little pajamas. Get out of the kitchen. There ain't no more burgers in there. She's roaming through the house right now, because I just got done eating burgers. My old work pants. I might do these in a little bit and then go in there and hang them up. I hang all my clothes up. I don't like no wrinkles. I don't really want to fold them up here on the couch because I did vacuum my couch today, but I don't want to take the chance of getting no peanut hairs on them. See, these are all of my work clothes. There's grease that would not come out, and I did use like stain remover, all that stuff. Some of the greasy stuff will come out at my job, but some of it won't. There's some that just won't come out. Some of it's from like the forklift. It's like that really, really thick ass shit and everything. And then, of course, if I get it on my shirt early and then I sit there and I keep working for 10 hours, it don't want to come out. Oh, my arm itches. Hang on. Yeah, we got heat in our forklifts. We don't have no air, but we got little fans in there for whenever it gets hot in the summertime. Or in the summertime, we can just take the top off of them. Kind of like a T-top or like a convertible. But in the summertime, I choose to leave my top on and just use the little fans that's on the inside, because it is so much trouble when you got that top off in the spring and the summer and all of a sudden it just starts pouring down rain. And if you got a lot of work to do, you're either going to get soaking wet or you got to take the time to put that damn top back on. So I just leave my top on. I try to be, Donna. A lot of people sometimes are like, well, being a forklift driver ain't hard. All you got to do is drive. I never said that a forklift driver is the only thing I do at my job. I've told people several times that one of the things I do is driving a forklift. We go in here and hang these clothes up because, yes, I have OCD and I can't just let my clothes sit in this hamper, because they start to cool off. Then that's when they'll start to get all wrinkly. Thank you, Donna. Y'all didn't get to see everything I do. That was just a couple of things that I do. Like I said that night when I was live, I do all kinds of stuff at my job. I do the job of 3 people until they can get somebody else. I know y'all can't see a whole lot right now, but this won't take me too long. I need to move. And then I'm kind of weird whenever I hang up my stuff too. You know how like whenever you hang stuff up in your closet on curtains and then to make more room you push it all and smash it together? I don't like doing that with my clothes either. Hey Lona, how are you doing? And Justin, if you're still in here, your mom's probably sleeping right now, probably getting her some rest. Of course, told y'all I was washing as my work clothes. I gotta have my bright sweatshirts on, my hoodies for whenever I'm outside late at night. I got a couple of those like yellow ones, whatever some of y'all want to call it, yellow, green, whatever. I need to get me a couple of orange ones. I want some orange ones too. But I don't plan on being up really late tonight because I want to try to get up like it maybe around 4:30, 5 o'clock tomorrow morning to start doing some dashing before I go to my regular job. But I will have to be a little careful in the morning whenever I get up and drive around, because with the big heavy fog we got tonight, and then the moisture will freeze over, I'm sure it'll be slick around 4 or 5 o'clock. I'm just glad my surgery will be here before I know it. Me working 7 days a week, both jobs, it'll be here before I even think about it. Really. I think today I washed everything that I own. And I mean everything, every little thing. I got one last load in there that I have still in the washer. That's my towels and my wash rags. I did all of my sheets and my blankets and everything, except for the ones that's on my bed, because I just put them on there like Tuesday or Wednesday, something like that. I'll wait till like the middle of next week, and then I'll change them out, put my other set on. Yeah, see? That shirt's ruined. That's more grease that won't come out from work. That's why I said some grease stains will come out and some won't. And yes, I do know how to treat them and put treating stuff on stains. But there's some chemicals we got at my job that just won't come out. That's why y'all see me with like a lot of gray and black t-shirts. I don't ruin my good clothes. I get all of my t-shirts for work at the Dollar General store and Walmart. They cost like $4 to $6 tops. Okay, I gotta throw this in the garbage and throw this in the garbage. Peanut's little pajamas I gotta put in her drawer. Alright. That didn't take long. And I got a lot of clothes, actually, because I got a big old huge walk-in closet, but it's all mostly work clothes, because that's all I do is work. I got 2 jobs. Like, see, I got all of them, and I still got more clothes in there. Like I told you, I'm washing all the way back there. Those are all jeans and pants. There's more. I got a bunch of hats up in my closet. Some that people gave me that I'll never wear, and then some that I do wear that I love. I need to throw those laundry sheets away. Oh, and then I need to finish putting this stuff up too. Well, anyway, I got a big old dresser full of clothes also in my room. And then I got my second closet in my spare bedroom. I got clothes in there. I normally keep my good clothes in my spare bedroom in that closet just in case if I ever do go anywhere nice or something. That's a closet that I keep my good clothes in. No, I didn't move, Katie. Why would I have moved? Well, get me a drink of water. Where's my cup? Where's my cup? Great. Oh, here it is. Matter of fact, hang on, my arm keeps itching. I'm going to grab my bottle of lotion. My arm won't quit itching because it's dry, so I'm going to put a little bit of lotion in it. No, Katie, I didn't move. I'm just asking you, why would I have moved? Katie, well, it depends on what car you're talking about. I've bought 3 cars this year. I got a new one sitting out front. And I said I might be homeless if I can't figure something out. But if you've watched me for a while like other people do, don't never count me out because I can get shit done when other people can't. Because I don't give up, ever. I know what year it is, Katie. And if you want to come in here fucking troll, go on with that bullshit. Because you also know I don't tolerate that bullshit. And I ain't in the mood tonight. Matter of fact, I'll fix that real quick. There you go. What, is she pissed off now because I told her I was able to get me another new car? She's pissed off because my car didn't break down and I didn't end up homeless? Fucking stupid ass people. That's the people I'm talking about, man. They so sad, it fucking makes them jealous for anybody to do good. They can't stand it. But I ain't in the mood to troll her ass back tonight. Tay-Tay, I mostly just eat meat and eggs. Cottage cheese in moderation. It doesn't matter, Donna. A lot of my followers know what I go through. That's why they like watching me, because they said no matter what I've been through, I never give up. And I'm not bragging about it, Donna. I just do this to show people, yeah, you can get back up on your feet. There's a lot of scammers on here that talk about they're homeless, they need help, they need money, they get on here and beg people for money. And you watch them. You think that they sincerely need help, and maybe somebody out there helps them sometimes. But you watch them. A year, 2 years later, they still on here fucking hollering that they homeless. I lived in my car for 3 months, and I got my ass out and got me a place to live. And then within that time, I have also bought, well, not bought at all, but I got a whole house full of furniture, and I've bought 3 cars in 2025. There's not a lot of homeless people that can pull themselves up out of the streets in 3 months, buy 3 cars, get a place to live, get off the house full of furniture, and now I'm getting ready to get my surgery. That's why I tell people, don't follow for that bullshit on here when you see people on here that are homeless and that are asking for help. Fine. You know, if they come on some bad times, they're homeless a couple of months like I was, fine. You want to help them, even if it's just door dashing them or sending them like $10 for a meal for the night, fine. Or even if, say, if it's dead of winter and you want to get them a room for the night, fine. But don't keep falling for that bullshit 6 months to a year later and they're still hollering that they're homeless. I can pull myself up out of it in 3 months. Anybody else that wants to can too. Now that's unless if they're disabled or they're sick and they can't work or something's wrong with them. But if there's nothing wrong with them at all, I can get out of my car in 3 months. Why can't they? I'd say anybody 4 to 5 months tops is what I would give them. I watched a couple on here that was talking about that they were homeless. But what I thought was funny, and I wasn't really mean to them, but I just gave them facts. I was a silent watcher in there because I was deciding if I was going to help them out with a little bit of money or not, because I was homeless before. But I kept watching them. 1 month turned into 2, then to 3, then to 4, then to 5, and it kept on going. A year later, they were still talking about that they were homeless and needed help. Bitch, I did it by myself in 3 months. I was like, y'all are married. There's 2 of y'all. Why the hell are y'all still homeless a year later? A lot of people don't like it because they think I'm being mean. I'm not being mean. I'm just giving facts. If I can do it alone by myself, and on top of that, I have a serious medical condition. If I can get myself out of homelessness in 3 months, I think anybody, or at least a couple, 2 people should be able to do it. Like I said, if there's nothing wrong with someone, or like I said, they're not disabled or they're not sick, or, you know, something is stopping them from working, don't y'all get on here and fall for that shit if a year or 2 years later they still hollering that they homeless. Now my kids are grown and married. My kids got their own kids. Hey, April. That's when I would tell anybody on here to stop helping people. If you want to help someone, say if you're rich or if you've got the money, like I said, once in a great while to rent somebody a room or send them a little bit of money to get a meal. Or if you don't want to send them money, DoorDash them some food. And don't follow for that bullshit either where they say, well, I don't want nobody to know where I'm at. Okay, well then go to a McDonald's or go somewhere where you want food. You can use that address, the restaurant's address. Like say if I was going to send somebody a DoorDash, if I was going to DoorDash somebody some McDonald's because they say they want McDonald's. Okay, well go to that McDonald's, get me their address, and that's where I'll make sure your food is. DoorDash will pick it up right there and leave it right there for your ass. But if y'all see people that's homeless, like I said, you want to help them if you've got the money, that's fine. But I think it's time to stop helping them after at least 6 months. You don't see them trying to get a job. You don't see them, and you always see them making up excuses and stuff. Then I would have to say that's a scammer. Stop helping them. I seen this one girl on here that uses her dog as an excuse. Well, I can't get a job because I have my dog with me and I don't have nobody to watch my dog. Bullshit. Now, did I like it? No. But while I was homeless living in my car, I went to work every damn day. My dog stayed outside in my car while I was at work. I got a break every 2 hours. I went out every 2 hours and checked on her, walked her, put her on her leash, let her use the bathroom. And I always kept a bowl of food and water and her toys out there in my SUV. So, don't buy no excuses. Star, if you were listening, I said if it's someone that has nothing wrong with them. No disability at all means none. Quit coming into my fucking live. I wonder how many more profiles she's going to make up. And I don't want to hear that bullshit either. Because there were some people in my neighborhood, like in their early 20s, that were autistic and still went out and mowed people's grasses and stuff, their lawns and their yards to make a little bit of extra money. Did some yard work for people. So I don't want to hear her say that because someone has a disability that they can't get out there and do something to make a little bit of extra money. Thank you, Donna. I don't like that either. When she was trying to insinuate that just because somebody has a problem, then they can't work. Bullshit. There's lots of people out there with mental problems, with other kind of problems that still get out there and work every day. There's people that are blind that work. There's people that are deaf that work. There's people that are in wheelchairs that work. I said the only people I feel bad for are people who actually has something wrong with them that stops them from working, period. Yes, it could. I never said that that was the first time I was homeless now, did I? Did I ever say that? No, I didn't. And I'm not being cocky. I'm just saying that if I can do it, anybody can do it. And if you think I'm in here being cocky just because I'm talking facts, then you're probably a problem too. You're probably one of them ones that still feels sorry for someone, as I said, that has nothing wrong with them at all. Nothing. 5 years later, they still on TikTok begging for money. If you feel sorry for people like that, then why don't you go give them your money? See, people wouldn't get their ass chewed out by me if they listened to me when I talk. Just like Northern wasn't listening to me. I said the people that have nothing at all wrong with them, and they keep making up excuses. Well, here comes Northern. Well, they could have mental disabilities. Bitch, and that means that there's something wrong with them. I said again, when someone has nothing wrong with them. That was the same person again. That's the third account that they've made. Yeah, Twiggy. I watch them come in here. But that's why I said if they would listen to me whenever I speak, they wouldn't ask stupid ass questions like that. Or make stupid statements like that. Hey, Heather. There's also people out there that I know that are friends of mine that have mental problems that still work. They have social anxiety problems and stuff where they can't be around people. There's tons of jobs out there where you can work by yourself. You can go be a housekeeper at a hotel. All you do is clean rooms by yourself all day. You can go be a DoorDash driver, Instacart, Uber, whatever, if you got a car. You're in your own car by yourself all damn day. You don't have to deal with nobody. So yes, there are jobs that people with mental disabilities can also do. Pamela, I don't do anything for fun. All I do is work. There's lots of jobs. I don't get along well with a whole lot of people because a lot of people don't like my attitude. I'm fine with that. I don't care. Why do you think I chose to work the night shift at my job? Because I'm the only one there. No bosses, no nothing. Well, in my department, The other departments are way, way, way far away from me. I speak to people at work, but I'm not the kind of person that gets along with big crowds at work. People bugging me when I'm trying to do my job. I'm doing good. How are you? We just in here chatting about all kinds of stuff. Peanut's good. She's right back here behind me on the couch. Right there. Say right there. There, my baby. There, my Peanut. There, my Peanut. You gonna hold Mama's hand? You gonna hold my hand? Yeah. You gonna hold Mama's hand? Yeah. Yeah, you gonna hold Mama's hand or loves your Mama's. Mama loves you. Yeah, I know, but you're not gonna lick me in my mouth or my face. You know I don't like that. I know. Mama don't like that. I know. Here, come in. Come on. You can come up here with me. She had her bath a couple of days ago. When it's as cold as it is here in this state, especially because she don't get dirty, because she doesn't go outside and roll around and nothing because it's so cold here. I usually give her a bath about once every week or once every 2 weeks in the wintertime. But if she starts to stink, I'll give her another bath. And then I brush her hair every day. But yeah, in the wintertime, because we get in the negative temperatures, she doesn't go outside that much. So I'll give her a bath like once a week, once every 2 weeks. No, she hasn't. Well, I brush her hair every day. But no, she had her bath like 2 days ago. Yeah, I like her. I like her hair. That's why I don't get her haircuts. That's why I don't take her to the groomers. I kind of like her like this. I think she's cute, all kind of scraggly looking. And then whenever I don't do that, a lot of people, hang on, hold still. This is the way her hair on top of her head usually looks. She got her mohawk. A lot of people love her little mohawk because since she's a Yorkie mix, she has like the long hair, but then she's got short hair too. But yeah, on the top, she got her little mohawk. But I know a lot of other people like it, but it kind of gets on my nerves sometimes. So that's why I always brush it down like that. It'll eventually go back up again. Yeah, won't it? Yeah, I know. I know. Yeah. The only hair that I cut of hers, and I do it myself, is because she is a Yorkie mix. She gets her hair around her eyebrows will get really long sometimes and cover up her eyes. So I do cut that off myself. Now her hair's itching my nose. I'm allergic to animals, but I still choose to have one. Sometimes when I have her too close to my face, my nose starts to get all stopped up and itchy. Thank you, April. See, thank you, thank you, thank you. I put you, yeah. I say thank you, thank you, thank you. You think you're going to lick me in my mouth, but you're not. I'm faster than you. Now, well, I'm not going nowhere. She thinks I'm going somewhere. That's why she's getting like that. I just got to find my phone. Mama's got to see what I did with my phone. Hang on. No, we're not going outside. I just took you outside a minute ago. Every time I do my laundry, I always misplace my phone. And I got to make sure I've got it to set my alarm for work tomorrow. I turned that light off. I just went into my room where I've got all of my piles of dirty laundry that I've had all day. I got one more load left to do. I think I'll do that tomorrow morning. And I do have to fill up my tumbler of water, y'all. Hang on. It's almost time for my medicine. And then I won't get up no more. I promise. That's also why I'm filling me up a tumbler of water so I don't have to keep getting up. Mama's just getting me a cup of water. I'm not going nowhere, baby. Mama not going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere, Peanut. Do you need water? Is that what's wrong? And let me go check your bowl. Let's go check your bowl. Do you need some water? Oh, you need water. There you go. Hang on, y'all. I had to give her some more water, too. I hate this damn tumbler. This is the tumbler that I hate out of all the ones that I've got. I always struggle to get the lid on it. That could have been why she was up here in my lap so much. She needed some water. Hey, Lighthouse. Okay, Donna, I hope you have a good night and a good day tomorrow. I'm sending TikTok a message. Hang on. Okay, Twiggy. TikTok is finally answering me when I keep telling them I can't add my phone number. Every time I try to add my phone number to TikTok, it says that someone else is already using that. I'm like, well, yeah, you think people don't change their numbers? That's a new phone number for me. See, even TikTok don't listen to me. They're like, well, you can only have one phone number associated per account. Bitch, I know that. How many? I've been telling them for months. I'm like, this is a new number for me. It's less than a year old. I'm like, people do change their number. Someone else had this number before me. They're telling me that clearly that person hasn't changed their phone number, but I don't want to do that. TikTok said that whenever I'm logging in, I can choose to use my phone number to log in. And then she said it'll automatically log me into the person's TikTok account that my phone number is associated with. And then they said that I would have to delete that account so I can use the phone number. I'm not going to go in there and delete somebody else's account. And no, Beverly, I don't have a new puppy. I got the same dog I've always had. I ate too much. My stomach's kind of upset a little bit and I keep belching. I ate too much for dinner. I had cheeseburger. Oh, looks like I got another notification on the weather. See if we got any bad things coming right now. No, still just the fog. What is this? January 1st, law forces millions of Americans to do what with their vehicle? Let's see. January 1st, law forces millions of Americans to pay extra fees just to keep vehicles they already own. All drivers will be impacted. Let's see, 10 hours ago. Millions of American drivers are now being forced to pay more to legally operate vehicles they already own thanks to the new law in a U.S. what? That's all it says. Oh, no, I got to click on the link. I already know that. It cost me $700 to get my tags and registration this year. The new law will also double some vehicles' taxes. The new law adds extra fees based on truck and passenger vehicle weight added to registration cost. Nearly doubles rental car taxes, adds fees for luxury vehicles, and increases sales tax on every vehicle purchased. We're always told this shit. The increased fees are meant to fund public projects. Yeah, whatever. The new law went into effect Thursday as the new year rolled in. It pulls cash from the pockets of drivers and puts it into public coffers meant to fund state projects. Drivers in Washington state can now expect their car sales tax to be 0.5% up from the previous 2%. So now they got to pay 5% instead of 2%. Democratic, as always, lawmakers in the state expect that the taxes will bring in more than $200 million over the next 6 years to help fund state projects. Vehicles weighing up to 4,000 pounds now pay a $35 fee, up from $25, $10 more. That jumps to $65 for vehicles weighing 6,000 pounds and $82.50 for vehicles over 8,000 pounds. This would be for semi-trucks and stuff, I guess. Vehicles over 16,000 pounds will now have to pay $100 up from what they previously paid. And if a car costs more than $100,000, drivers can expect to pay even more. The bill also contained added fees for replacing tires that balloons the cost of a 4-tire change to $16 from $4. Where the hell they be getting their tires changed for $4? I ain't never seen no fucking tires get changed for $4. These fees is chip, as I'm just reading how they got it. Oh, it's just $4 a tire. It's not that much money, but to a single mom waiting tables to support her kids, another $16 to change her tires. That's a major cost. So this is just using Washington for an example. It said the new taxes on cars is not the only thing Washington is facing new. The state added 6 cents to its gas tax, which is now at 55.4 cents per gallon, with a 1 cent increase each year. Is this the USA? I'm just wondering, are they talking about the USA? Where the hell do they know where gas is 55 cents a gallon? Says right here, the state added 6 cents to its gas tax, which now sits at 55.4 cents per gallon. So I guess they're paying 55.4 cents tax on each gallon. Oh, that's where the article ends. But yeah, I already knew taxes went up on cars getting registration and shit because mine was $700 this year. And I got just a little bitty old tiny car out there. Well, I just took my medicine, so I'm good. But it is 11 o'clock, y'all. I'm going to get off of here because I have to get up at 4 to go to work. But thank y'all for coming in here and hanging out with me. I'll try to go live again tomorrow before I go to my regular job. It depends on if I'm busy. If I get up at 4 o'clock in the morning and if I'm really, really busy with dashing, then I won't go live. But if it's not busy and I don't get no kind of work in at all, then I'll go live. But all of y'all have a good night, and I hope you have a good day tomorrow.